I'm newly discovering the Green Party. I know everybody is out there that's like, oh, the Green, you just learned about the Green Party. Like, I heard it. It was Ralph Nader or somebody a while ago or something. I've heard of it, but I never really looked into what they're into. Well, anyway, this particular story from my boy, Poetic Flacco, this particular story made me dig a little bit deeper into Jill Stein, who's the current presidential candidate for the Green Party. It made me dig a little bit deeper into what she had to say, and it was interesting, and it all sparked off for me with this particular piece from Poetic Flacco. The Breakfast Club got exposed and checked mid-interview by this guest. Here we go.
The Breakfast Club just got embarrassed and exposed by yet another guest. Now,
and that happens all the time, yo. Why? Stop doing politics, yo. Stop doing politics, or just admit that, vote Democrat. Just say that.
Jill Stein wasted no time getting right to it and explaining why the Green Party is a lot different than the Democratic Party.
Morning.
We in the building.
Y'all are the Green Party presidential candidate and running mate. Tell the people, what is the Green Party and how are they different from the Democrats and the Republicans?
Well, for one thing, we don't take money from billionaires and bankers and AIPAC and Wall Street and the war machine.
Bam! That should be illegal, in my personal opinion. Money from big corporations should be illegal in politics, plain and simple. Because where the money comes from, the power comes from, and the power is supposed to be to the people. Here we go.
So we're a people-powered party. That's what makes us totally different. That's what liberates us to actually tell it like it is and to stand up and fight for the people.
Oh, gee, Jill Stein came in, man.
Flacco funny shit.
Bussin'. Oh, she was busting them shot. Bro, she said the difference between us and them is we are the party for the people, right? We're not bought out, by dollars from these huge super PACs.
And that's something that the Democrats cannot refute. They can not in good conscience stand there and say they don't get their money from the same sort of places that the Republicans get their money.
Oh, we don't know. Sorry. No, our only interest is for the people. I saying, them Democrats, bro, they is bought out. They is washed up, bro. Right. They can't speak on certain things because they already bought out, bro. But we're going to speak the truth. And, they continue. All right. Now, Charlamagne the God asked the question of, why does it seem like you guys are more interested in going at the Democrats, or why you guys are more hostile towards the Democrats?
Because the Democrats is the one to fuck with them.
You guys are hostile towards Trump, which I do think was a fair question. And they would expose, Trump and them, they leave us alone, right? It's all fair competition when it comes to the Republicans and Trump, but it's the Democrats who's been working their butts off to get us off the ballots. They've been sowing.
The Voting Rights Party, the party that claimed that we all for voting rights. We want it, as long as you just voting rights for us, the right to vote for us is what they mean.
To get us off the ballots, bro, so we don't dip.
Doesn't that seem like something that Democrats would never do? Try to get someone off of a ballot? The way they talk, if you just go by the talk of the Democrats, doesn't it sound like, we're about voters' rights and blah, blah, and making sure that people got IDs to be able to vote? What are you talking about? What nigga ain't got no ID? What are you talking about? What niggas ain't allowed to vote? Do you know that voting rights are under attack in all these states? But you are actively trying to prevent a particular party from being on the ballot. That is voter suppression, I believe.
Into their voting pool.
People are saying, if people are screaming for other choices, don't they have a right to hear those other choices?
I think they do, but I think that what you have are people that need a certain level of validity to the campaign. You will not hear Donald Trump or Kamala Harris tonight on this debate stage saying, hey, it's not just about us winning. Winning is everything. And even if we want to say, hey, this shouldn't be a binary choice. I grew up also raised by an activist. My dad brought home the picture of all of the parties in South Africa.
Show you right.
A multi-party democracy is great. That's not what we have. We have a binary choice between.
That's not what we have now. That's not what we have currently. And perhaps her fight is to introduce a viable third party. It's got to happen some kind of way. It's a struggle. You can't tell nobody not to struggle. The party is supposed to be the party of struggle, telling them, why are you struggling? Why are you struggling? You need to get out of here and stop struggling. Just join us. Just lay down.
Her talking to Angela Rye, and she's telling Jill Stein, forget about the feelings of the public, bruh. Forget the fact that people want other options outside of Democrats and Republicans. People want to vote for other options and ideology. Forget that, bruh. It's a two-party system, right? And if you can't win, you shouldn't be out here representing people who want to be heard for. That's what she told Jill Stein with a straight face.
Which is crazy. Get out of here if you can't win because you messed it up for us and we're good guys. We know that what you're saying is absolutely correct, but come on, man, y'all can't win. Get out the way. Let us win. No, absolutely not. If anything, more y'all should jump ship and convert and go green. You know what I mean? Here we go.
It's absurd.
But the Americans, it's not in the Constitution. The American people don't want that. The American people are explicit.
The idea of them not taking corporate money is crazy. If they could grow without that, and if that was a key principle to the Green Party and something that they a pillar, like I said, I got to look a little bit deeper, but if that's true, I really respect them, and I might have found the party, man. I don't know, because you know me, I don't mess around.
On records in absolutely unprecedented numbers, saying we want other choices, and not only do people want other choices, they want to hear their choices.
I do believe in a third party. I think we need other options, but it does seem like you all have a lot more smoke for the Democratic Party. I just wonder why.
Yeah. So if I can jump in on that particular point. So to kind of finish the previous one.
That's a Muslim man.
I absolutely would not be in this race if I didn't think that we had a chance to win. I wouldn't waste y'all's time, and I wouldn't waste my own time. So that's number one. We have had to, up until this point in time, target the Democrats specifically because they're the ones that are suing to keep us off the ballot. They're the ones that are trying to knock us off the ballot in Georgia. They are the ones that are doing everything they can to keep us from coming. Wisconsin. If we were not a problem for them, AOC wouldn't be, doing her little sorry attack ads, against us, that we came back at. So
I do want to be clear. This is not me endorsing Jill Stein because I don't endorse anybody, and Jill Stein has her own flaws. However, in this particular interview, when Jill Stein and her VP, her running mate, when they were tapping that Democratic right, giving that little Democratic booty up, spanking. Oh, you could see the compromisation, if that's a word. Please don't hold me to it, right?
I'll take that word.
Kamala begins to just go hard on Jill Stein. Just starts to berate her and throw personal attacks for no reason.
Well, I think it's dangerous to all of us, actually. I don't have the privilege.
We disagree.
I understand. We do on a lot, but we also agree on a lot. But here's one thing I think we can agree on. Either you win or lose this election. There's really no in between. Dr. Stein, in 2002, you ran for governor of Massachusetts and you lost. In 2004, you ran for state representative in Massachusetts and you lost. In 2006, you ran for secretary of the Commonwealth. You also lost. In 2010, you ran for...
What are you trying to say? Running down her record, saying you can't win? You can't win! Do you know how strong he is? Go ahead, Adrian.
Governor again, this time against the first black governor in
Hater, dream crusher. Ooh, those are the worst kind of people.
Massachusetts, Deval Patrick. You lost. In 2012, you ran against this country's first black president, and you got just less than 0.5% of total votes cast. In 2016, you ran against Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, losing significantly with 1.4 million votes cast for you, but 0 electoral college votes, which I agree with y'all needs to be abolished. But 136 million people voted. And you lost that election as well. So I want to know what the pathway to victory is for you in 2024. It can't just be.
I'd like to
through that Democratic ass.
Yeah, there's not.
I'm not gonna lie. This is an art form to take reasoning and a talking point that's so outrageous that you would have a hard time convincing me that you believe it, even though it's coming out of your mouth. To take a talking point like that and try to push it with a straight face is crazy. Because obviously Angela Rye doesn't believe that just because you feel at something, you shouldn't do it. Right? She only believes it now because it looks like Jill Stein is gaining some momentum and it's taking
She believes that she's a loser in her heart.
Away from Kamala and her prospects of beating Trump. Because if you apply their particular principles to anything else in life, I don't think Angela Rye would agree that me telling an inner city kid who was doing horrible at school currently, hey, you ain't never got an A in school. How dare you think you could get an A in school this time around and go to college and make a way for yourself? What do you think? You see how dumb that sounds, bro? All right? Or me telling a kid, hey, bruh, nobody in your family has made it to the NBA. How dare you think you can go to the NBA, LeBron James?
I would like to respond. This is the framing of the empire and the oligarchy and white supremacy and colonialism, which wants you to feel that resistance is futile. This is about voter blaming and voter shaming.
Let me just
and see that. And when you watch the real interview, you'll see every time she starts to drill it home, they start trying to distract her and talking and all this other stuff. She gave that lady a full opportunity to speak. And as soon as she started pointing out how closely related her ideas and her points of view was to the structure, this lady started going off. But here we go.
No. What you're not going to say is that I'm ever parroting anything.
Let us say what she was saying. What you not going to say? Come on, don't try to black lady her. That's bullshit.
At the hands of white supremacy. This is something that's very different. This is me asking you again. It's a binary choice in an election.
I'm just pointing out that these are the talking points.
No, it's
these
not
are the same talking points.
No. I didn't get my talking points. This is not DNC talking points. This is my research. And sadly for you, the research says you have never won an election. You have been successful in pushing forward certain agendas as an advocate, but you have never won an election as a candidate. Is that a winning strategy?
So in order to win, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And in this case, it's many steps. Let me point out.
She won't even let her finish talking.
5, 6,
Let me
7
point
steps.
out.
Jill Stein is absolutely correct. And I'll take it further. Beyond supremacy, I feel like it's anti-American to feel like a resistance shouldn't take place just because you don't believe it will be successful.
It's crazy. That's like saying don't shoot for your dreams. Don't try. Get out my way. Why you keep trying? Why you keep trying to make something happen? What kind of... Anyway, I left clock because I cuss a lot.
Okay.